The primary focus of this 30-day initiative has been defining what lashon hara or negative speech is and what kind of things one should not say. But sometimes the right thing to do is to speak up and say something negative, which at first glance might seem to be considered lashon hara. Why would it be okay to say something negative about someone? It may be permissible or even obligatory to say something negative about someone when we're doing so in order to fulfill another mitzvah. If that's the case, it's not destructive bad mouthing that causes hatred or acrimony. It's a purposeful communication to accomplish a positive, constructive goal. This might be the most complicated topic of the month because we're walking a fine line. We're being careful not to say lashon hara, but speaking up when it's the right thing to do. Before we begin, let's make it clear. If speaking up could save someone from danger, such as from a predator or an abusive relationship, we must do so. The laws of lashon hara aren't intended to silence us or allow harm to occur. When one's health or safety is at risk, we must speak up by sharing whatever information is necessary in order to protect people. This is clear from the book of Leviticus, which commands us not to stand by in our brother's blood, which means that we can't stand idly by while someone's life is in danger. We have to help them. In fact, this phrase is the second half of the very same verse that forbids speaking lashon hara in the first place. It's as if the Torah is teaching, don't speak lashon hara, but if there's a need to act to save someone from harm, you actually should. Generally speaking, the question of whether or not to say lashon hara is not usually a life or death issue. Although that's the most clear-cut case, most of the time the right thing to do is more subtle and complex. We still may need to speak up, but there are additional factors to consider, many of which we'll discuss in the coming days. So what is today's daily to do? Think about the why when you speak and be careful to have a constructive purpose behind what you're saying at all times. I'm Kayla Soroka, and I'm keeping it clean.